So let's talk about security for a minute. The question a lot of business owners, a lot of nonprofit executives are regularly asking is, does it make sense to invest more in the processes around security and making us more secure? Well, to really think about that question, to answer that question, you have to think about the downsides. So we're seeing more and more downside, more and more risk with not investing in security process. Here's a few examples. Productivity loss. I'm sure by now you've heard about ransomware infections. They can cripple an organization for days, even weeks, and totally blow out productivity where nobody can get anything done. Data loss. Big potential. If somebody gets on your network, if there's an intrusion, you can lose all sorts of data. Embarrassment. Here's a big one. We're seeing this more and more. Here's an example down in the States. The Children's Wish Foundation, for example, their website got hacked. For months, everybody that went to that website was, the website was stealing computing power from their computers in order to mine for Bitcoins because somebody had hacked into the website and had put in some malicious code. And then there's financial risk. Somebody hacks in, there's liability from a breach. There's tons of liability from breaches if somebody accesses sensitive employee data, sensitive client data, or worse still, personal health information. So we see all these risks and we look at, okay, what does a good security process include? What do you have to have in place? Well, it's key to have continually be auditing your IT infrastructure against security best practices. And when there are things outside of alignment, when things don't mesh with those best practices standards from a security perspective, there needs to be a strategy conversation saying, hey, should we be aligning that to best practices standards? Should we be investing in that? Those sort of conversations should be happening on an ongoing basis. We recommend at least quarterly. And then from there, what you need to be doing is making sure that those best practices are continually updated. So here's a few examples of best practices, some stuff that's a little bit newer over the last year. Monitoring for credentials on the dark web. Is anybody looking to make sure any of your employees' credentials haven't been posted on the dark web? That you don't have passwords that are out there that could be purchased? Are you phishing your employees on a regular basis to see if they'll open emails that they shouldn't or click links that they shouldn't, so that you can properly train them? Is there regular vulnerability scanning of your environment to make sure that there haven't been any holes that have been opened up in your infrastructure where somebody could easily get in and access your data? Have you had conversations about multi-factor authentication so that if somebody puts their password in somewhere that they shouldn't, that there's a safeguard so somebody can't get onto your network? These are the kind of things that should be, the kind of conversations should be happening on a regular basis. With a strong security process, you should be reviewing this, and it should lead up into your technology strategy. That's intelligent technology. If that's not happening in your organization, please reach out, have a discussion with us.